Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video, and this is of course your preview for the Leeds United versus Southampton game, the final game of the season. Can the miracle happen? Can the unthinkable happen? Can Huddersfield beat Ipswich on the final day and we beat Southampton and we are the ones that get promoted in second? Can Ipswich bottle it? Probably not. The likely chance of that is probably zero. My percentage chances are maybe a 1%, 0.5% chance of that actually happening. But let's talk about the Leeds game, and that's why we are all here for. Leeds United, Southampton. Let's go through the last 6 meetings against Southampton. The last time we played them, of course, we lost 3-1. You know, when we got battered, they scored in like the first 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. Like the first minute, definitely. But like I think it was the first 30 seconds they just scored. And then they just battered us that game and beat us 3-1. Before then was a 1-0 win for us. Before then was a 2-2 draw, 1-1 draw, a 1-0 loss, and a 2-0 win. So in our last 6 games, we've had 2 wins, 2 draws, and Southampton have had 2 wins. So it's even. You know, even the cards in that are even. Yellow cards, we've had 13, they have 12, pretty even. No red cards either for either team, and 7 goals each. So it's a pretty even top game when it comes to Leeds versus Southampton in the last 6 of same goals. Yeah, but going into the playoffs, which I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to be in the playoffs. No team has form. I know a lot of people are saying it's over. We're not getting promoted in the playoffs. But it's close. It is close. It's going to be close because no team. Normally, there's that one team, you know, going into the playoffs that have a big run of form and a good run of form of winning their last 6 games or winning like 4 out of their last 6, couple of draws without losses, and they're on this streak of not losing. All the teams in the top 6 at the moment have had a pretty bad ending to the season. They all kind of fell off. So realistically, it's not out the possibility for any of us to actually go up because, you know, no one's actually in form going into the playoffs. Look at Southampton. They've lost their last 3 games in a row. Before then, they won 3 in a row. But since then, they've lost 3 games in a row, you know. And you look at that and you're like, well, no one has form. And the other teams as well between 3rd and 6th don't have form either. So I'm going to back this team into the end. I'm going to back them, and I believe that we can get promoted through the playoffs. I don't like the whole thing of saying we've never won the playoffs, so we should just give up. What? That's a stupid. I thought people saying stuff like that, like, oh yeah, we've never won the playoffs, so we should give up. Things are meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken, and maybe this is the time we finally go to Wembley and we win. That's what you have to do. You have to back your team. But let's go through my predicted lineup. Of course, maybe a bit of change because Bamford's out apparently. There's a doubt for Bamford. It's a doubt though. He hasn't trained with the squad at all, so it looks like he probably won't play on the bench. Hopefully. But yeah, we really do need Bamford in the playoffs for me because we need that leadership in the playoffs for me. And on that pitch in the starting 11, who gives off the leadership? You know, the leadership that you need in the team. Ampadu, you know, you look at that Ampadu, and that's probably about it. Maybe Byram if he plays, but that's legit it. In my opinion, that's the leaders that we have on the pitch. But we need Bamford fit because you need that striker. We need that attacker like Bamford that can calm the players behind him down, like calm the attackers down. Which, you know, we saw the game against QPR when Pirro was up front. He had an argument with Somerville. Bamford players, there's never going to be that argument because he can calm them down and we can play our own way of football. And I feel like when we had no side on Pirro, I mean, he was poor, but having that leadership in the number 9 is massive for us in this playoffs for me. And in the playoffs, you need experience. Which out of these players, right, has experience in the playoffs? Bamford's the only one in the starting 11 that's ever been in this situation, so he knows the pressure more than anyone. And yes, last time we were in the playoffs, he didn't play particularly well, and when we lost to Derby. But that leadership, that being there before, knowing what it's like, having him in the starting 11 is massive for the playoffs. And that's what I think. He's going to be probably out for this game, so there is a change I'd make. Let's go for the starting 11 because I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change a lot. People are saying, oh, you should change a lot. You should go, you know, change and try something new. Try something new. It's the last game of the season, you know? And going into this game, I'm like, if we do change it all up, right, and we don't win, and then Huddersfield get a late winner or win 1-0 against Ipswich, what then? What then? Are you going to blame Farke for something that you also wanted? So we've seen that throughout the season, haven't we? People have cried for Bamford to be dropped and start Pirro. Pirro gets on the team and we lost 4-0. You know, we've had that through the season. Like fans on Twitter have been slamming this player or that player. I'll make changes. Put Gray in the midfield because we're missing goals in the midfield. And we look worse at the back and he hasn't. And there's still 0 midfield goals, by the way. In an entire season, still 0 goals from midfield. That's shocking for me. midfielders should have at least 2 or 3 goals minimum, like maybe 1 or 2 each. And then, your centre back should have at least 1 goal, you think, throughout the season. But like our midfielder, zero. And I think that's been a problem this season of set pieces we haven't scored from many. We don't have that. People keep saying we don't have that presence in the box that can win a header. Yes, the only player in our team that I've seen win a header recently a lot is Byram. But also the deliveries are poor. The deliveries from Somerville, James, Gruev, none of them have been able to beat the first man half the time. And even when they do, it either goes flying over everyone, or it goes straight to the other team's player straight away with no one around him. The crosses are barely ever good, by the way. And like we keep going on about the presence in the box, the players in the box winning the headers. The ball has to be good enough for someone to win the header, and they haven't been at all in a while. But yeah, going into this game, of course, let's go through the starting 11. Of course, it's already started and then I kind of stopped. So we've got Melly in goal, Burpo at left back. We're going to have Ampadu and Rodon at centre back because you're not dropping any of these players. We're going to put Archie Gray back at right back because I think we look way better with him at right back and way better than him defensively. I'm going to say Gruev and Kamara in the DM positions. We're going to do that. Somerville on the left, Nonto on the right. You're going to have Rutter in the 10, and then you're going to have Joseph up top. Joseph needs to start for me. And we've said this how many times? If Bamford's not fit, Joseph starts because he's the closest thing we have to Bamford. I still think Bamford's a better player than him, and people might hate me for saying that, but I think Joseph has time. He'll probably be a better player over his career. But currently at this time, Bamford's a better footballer than Joseph. And Joseph has been, being able to learn off a player like Bamford, like his movement and the way he moves, and just learning off of that will make you a better player. And Joseph has, I remember when Bamford first came in and people were like, oh, Pirro should be watching Bamford, and when he gets his chance, show what he's got, do similar things to Bamford. But Joseph seems to be the player that's got that. Joseph has been seen as the striker that's actually gone, he does this really well, and when he does this happens, and how he opens up space when he spreads wide and, causes space to be open up for other players, learns that and gets better at that, and that makes you a better player as well. More of like helping the team and like the team and what the team do as a team, and not just selfish like a lot. I mean, a lot of strikers are selfish. I understand that, and I think Joseph's a good striker, and I think he's a good finisher. But learning that extra stuff of like helping the team, opening up space for your other attackers, for your Rutters, for your Nontos, for your Somervilles, for your Dan James, just opening that space up for those players to get through those spaces and being able to open them up and go through one-on-one or get a massive chance is massive in football as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm not really, I best say I'm excited for the game. I don't know why. I'm not that excited for this game. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. We're going to be 5 minutes in. I'm going to check the score, and it's going to be Ipswich 2-0 up probably already. But weirder things have happened, by the way. Weirder things have happened other seasons. Weirder things have happened in football. You never know. I mean, Maidstone beat Ipswich in the cup. Anything is possible. Hopefully, that miracle can somehow come on the final day and we can be celebrating promotion somehow. But it doesn't look likely, so we should just get ready for the playoffs and back this club all the way when we go and win at Wembley. But thanks for watching the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I'll catch you all in the watch-along, which will be next time.